Today, I'm going to show you how we draw water from this pod and use it as fertilizer in our vegetable garden. Nataka tupeleke kwa shamba. So, we have filled this drum with water from the pod. The reason we want to remove this water, it's because number one, the pod is full because of the short rains we received a week ago. So that way we need to remove this water so that we can create room for growth. Also, it has already diluted the nutrients that we had here. So we now need to remove it and leave a good amount. We will also add nutrients because, as you can see, our azolla is red and we need to work on that. So we have removed the water, we put it in the drum, and also we shall do it again when the water is when we take this water to the garden. So here now, if you had watched my video last time on this channel, you saw I tried to draw water with this pump. So this is a Pedrolo pump. I tried to draw water from the pod directly with this pump, but then again I remembered when we were installing the pump, the instruction are that you should be using the pump when water is already rolling down the pipe. You see, it shouldn't be like it's drawing the water directly without it rolling. So that was the problem, and I realized that the other day. So when I noticed that was the case, I remembered that we had done this connection on this drum a little in 2021. Was it 2021 or ilikuwa 2020? One of those years. So I wanted to use this drum to spray, or to irrigate my vegetables in the garden, but I couldn't use it because the garden the drum, the connections didn't work. Okay, the connections didn't quite work because the sprinkler I was using, it was dysfunctional. The person who installed it for me didn't give me ideas on how to go about it, so I gave up. Okay, I'm not blaming him, it just didn't work. So I remembered, wait a minute, what if I use that drum, because the connections are still there, and draw the water from here, because y'all, carrying this water from the pod to the garden, I've done that severally actually since I started growing this azolla, but then again it's usually so tedious. So tedious that I don't know what, I don't know. Then, so number one, the reason number one I wanted, I need to breathe and relax. I don't know why I'm so anxious right now. Sijui mbona niko na anxiety hivi. Yes? Okay, enough, Mary, enough, good. So, where were we? I was telling you the story of these connections, right? So one of the reasons I wanted to use this pump is first to reduce the labor of drawing water manually from here with those buckets and taking it to the garden. Surely that is so tedious. I could have also made a drainage here, and most especially on that corner, because that is where the water, my garden is usually slanting like that. So the easiest way to take that water was to that route, but behind that fence there is a road, so that water will not be helping me on the farm at all. Yet it is nutritious water because it has the manure, it has the nitrogen that is coming from the azolla, so this is fertilized water. So the best way to use it is to use it on your vegetables or whatever else that you're growing in the garden. So for that reason, I had to come up with an idea of how I had to remove it and use it effectively. Now, the way you saw us putting the water here inside the drum, it's also tedious, but given this small distance, and the distance that you have to take to the garden, I mean, it makes sense to use a drum. But if I could get a tank that I could be drawing the water, putting it here and using it a little other time, that would be nice. But for now, this is what I have and this is what I will work with. Remember, this channel is all about raw and uncut, progress over perfection, right? Now, this petrol pump, I usually use it to draw water from the tank. Yeah, you see that black tank? Can you see it from here? Okay, it's not so visible, but you can see these black lines. So we usually use it to draw water from that tank and irrigate the vegetables. But I realized this connection could actually work. So what we are doing right now, when we put water here inside the drum, we open from this connection like that. So the water is now flowing like it is flowing in that, compared to when I connected it directly to the pod and it couldn't work because the water wasn't flowing. In fact, God loves this girl so much that the pump didn't burn because of using it directly with electricity and no water. It's not supposed to be done that. So what we are going to do right now the water is already flowing to the garden. When we this uses electricity, the pump uses electricity, so I'm going to just switch on the electricity. I've already made the connections in the house here, so I'm just going to switch it on. We draw this water, I go and irrigate my managu, and boom, just like that, we are done with anything. Also, even if I didn't have to use the electricity or I was drawing the water somewhere else, look at this. You see, the water is already going down. Let you see. Chawane ikitoka. You see, it is going out. So now I do not have to carry the water manually. Oh, that is really making me happy. And also the fact that I'm using the water the way it should be used to irrigate your crops. So this is the pipe and it is going directly to the garden. So now I'm going to switch on the pump and we irrigate the crops. So there is our pipe, and that is the place we are going to be irrigating. So this is what we have here. We have some kales which have been here for ages, and then we have these managu seedlings. Let me bring you closer. So we have these managu seedlings which we are going to be transplanting very soon. They were affected by aphids, but they're doing good. And then we have some other quite advanced, because they are, I think now they are 2 months old managu. Yeah, and then we have kanzera at the end, and then we have saga at the end, and then we have sukuma wikis. That is how we grow them. Let me go finish with the connections. So my good people, this is how I do it. I connect this head here with a rubber band. Wapi? Ameenda huko. Haya, sasa nataka ushikilia niende niwashe huko, ukimwagilia huku hizi managu kubwa. Simama hapa. Stand here. Sibebe. Haya, umwagilie hizi. That is how we use the water from the pod to irrigate our vegetables. So see you next video. Bye. Napenda uangalie kama imezunguka video. Kama
Angalia.
Wacha kuguza. Ina record? Unasoma iko na minutes ngapi?
Iko na zeros